The Witcher 3 Remastered has officially been announced, and I genuinely did not expect CD Projekt Red to go this far with it. This isn't just some simple texture pack and slightly sharper image, and a couple new graphics settings. There are more than 30 upgrades coming to the game, covering graphics, lighting, path tracing, combat, movement, animations, the horse, skill trees, looting, mod support, accessibility, photo mode, and a lot more. And the more I look at everything they're changing, the more it feels like this. The Witcher 3 Remastered is basically what happens when you take some of the greatest mods people have used for years, polish them properly, integrate them directly into the game, improve on them, and release it as an official remaster. And as someone who spends a lot of time modding games, that really has me excited. Because instead of installing a huge list of separated mods just to modernize the visuals, movement, combat, and quality of life features, CD Projekt Red is going back into the game itself and upgrading a lot of those systems for us. And then we're still getting mod support on top of all of that. So can you imagine where this is going to go? So let's start off with some of the changes. On PC, we're getting full path tracing, ray reconstruction, improved ray tracing, ray traced hair, a reworked global illumination system, updated textures, improved foliage, and a new shading model, subsurface scattering, better HDR, GTAO, and a refreshed tone mapper. That is a massive upgrade compared to simply increasing resolution or improving texture quality. Path tracing alone has the potential to completely change how places like Novigrad, Skellige, and the forests of Velen look. Lighting should react more naturally across entire environments, especially indoors, at sunset, or in forests, or in scenes with a lot of indirect lighting. And when you combine that with the improved textures, foliage, and shading, I think that this could genuinely make The Witcher 3 look like a next-gen game. We're also getting modern upscaling technologies, including DLSS 4.5, FSR 4, and XeSS 2.0. So on the high-end hardware, especially something like an RTX 5080 or 5090, I'm very excited to see how far the game can actually be pushed at 4K with path tracing enabled. But what surprised me even more is that this isn't just a graphical remaster. The gameplay itself is getting some pretty significant changes. Combat is being enhanced, animations are being refined, and there are new finishes, improved Witcher Sign effects, and monsters are getting improved behavior. Geralt's movement and traversal are also being updated, which could be a much bigger improvement than it sounds. The original Witcher 3 is an incredible game, but movement has always been one of those areas where it could sometimes feel a little stiff or awkward. Just remember those times you awkwardly fell off the roof and your strong Witcher warrior didn't last so long. So if CD Projekt Red can make Geralt feel smoother and more responsive without losing the weight of the original game, that could make a massive difference. And yes, Roach is also being worked on too. Mount handling is being revamped, which I think every Witcher 3 player can probably appreciate. The skill tree is also getting redesigned. We still don't know exactly how deep those changes go, but the fact that they're calling it a revamp rather than just a rebalance makes me very curious. We could potentially see changes to how builds are created, how abilities are unlocked, and how progression works across the game. And then, we're finally getting transmog, so you'll be able to keep the stats from the gear you want while using the appearance from another set. For a game with so many great armor designs, this honestly should have been in the game years ago. There are smaller quality of life changes that could make a big difference over a full playthrough, and we're getting improved quest tracking, a looting rework, immersive meditation, tutorial improvements, UI changes, and expanded photo mode, with additionally accessible features. None of those on their own sound enormous, but when you combine all of them with the graphics, combat, and movement, it really seems like CD Projekt Red appreciates their fans. And I'm excited to see where we go with the mods, and cross-platform mod support is coming as well. This might end up being one of the most important parts of the entire update, allowing consoles to also use mods. So the game is basically entering a new chapter, and you can expect me to cover videos on benchmarking and graphics overhauls and everything in between. But before we end off, there's something else that I'm really stoked for, and that's the new Songs of the Past DLC. Just when you thought that was everything we're getting, The Witcher 3 is also getting an entirely new expansion. So I know most of you know about Songs of the Past, and that it's coming in 2027. But it looks like it's going to be a full third expansion just like Blood and Wine, and this is more than 10 years later. And we're heading into a completely new region called Letten, which CD Projekt Red describes as this beautiful rural land filled with traditions, folklore, festivals, and a seemingly peaceful village. But obviously, this is The Witcher. Something dark is hiding underneath all of that, and Geralt will be facing completely new enemies and uncovering whatever has been lying dormant beneath the region. The expansion is also being developed together with Fool's Theory, a studio with a number of Witcher veterans behind it, so I'm really interested to see what they manage to do with it. And honestly, the fact that we're getting a huge update like this in September, right after my birthday, is like a birthday gift right there. So I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'd like to hear about your thoughts in the comments. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.